What if I told you that Dr. Andrew Huberman, the guy that got tons of people into biohacking, actually hates biohacking?
And this is where I like to distinguish between real biology and hacks. I don't like the word hack or biohacking. I just don't like the term, because a hack is using something for a purpose for which it was not intended. It's a kind of a cheat, and that's not how biology works well.
What's interesting is that Huberman isn't the only scientist that's skeptical of biohacking. In fact, there's quite a divide between scientists and biohackers. On the one hand, you have celebrity biohackers like Josie Zayner, Bryan and Dave Asprey. On the other hand, you have doctors or scientists like Peter Attia, Andrew Huberman, and Layne Norton. In this video, we're going to explore why this divide exists. From there, we'll touch on the downsides and potential dangers of biohacking. And then from there, I'll give you a simple 4-step strategy that you can implement to make sure that you're getting safe results from your biohacking or health and longevity endeavors. I want to take you back in time a little bit to 2017. Self-proclaimed biohacker Josie Zayner is in a room full of biotechnologists at the Global Synthetic Biology Summit in San Francisco. Now, before this conference, Josie had released a do-it-yourself gene editing kit for editing the genes in frogs using CRISPR-based technology. Essentially, what the kit allowed users to do is to turn off the gene that signals the production of myostatin. Within about a month of editing a frog's DNA, users could expect the frog's muscle mass to about double in size. At any rate, Zayner was presenting at the summit on this do-it-yourself kit and offhandedly mentioned that this gene therapy could work in humans as well. Allegedly, somebody in the audience asked, "Well, what's holding you back?" In response to that, Zayner pulled out a syringe and did this.
Will modify my muscle genes to give me bigger muscles. Did that just quiet everybody? Sorry.
Now Zayner has a company called The Odin where you can literally buy genetic engineering home lab kits. Now, that's not something I plan to get into anytime soon, but it is pretty interesting to look at. Now, you might be asking yourself, did this attempt at gene editing work? Well, not really. It turns out that Zayner didn't experience any noticeable effects from this. It's worth noting that many biologists, especially biologists in academia, are pretty critical of Zayner's work. I recently read The Codebreaker by Walter Isaacson, which is the story of Jennifer Doudna, who was one of the pioneers in using CRISPR to edit genes. In the book, Kevin Doxner, who is a biophysicist, is quoted as saying, "Josiah's stunts demonstrate a reckless pursuit of publicity and a lack of scientific understanding." Now, this example with Zayner is a bit extreme. Most biohackers aren't attempting to get gene therapies done in front of a live audience. But it illustrates something important, and it speaks to the reasoning behind scientists being skeptical of biohackers. I see a lot of people in the space doing fairly reckless and extreme things without fully understanding what they're doing. What makes me especially skeptical is when I see a biohacker getting a lot of attention for something and then attempting to sell a product off of that attention. I think the divide between biohackers and scientists comes down to the pursuit of shortcuts. Many self-proclaimed biohackers focus on quick fixes. For instance, people will do ice baths to increase energy levels or to increase the amount of dopamine, or they'll take excessive amounts of supplements while neglecting the foundational elements of any health protocol, which are diet, sleep, and exercise. It seems that people are looking for an Ozempic-like cure for all of their problems. I recently interviewed biohacker and health enthusiast Dave Pascoe, and he told me this story about somebody that ordered all of the supplements that he has listed on his website. And this horrified Dave because his supplement protocol is extremely tailored to himself. He does regular blood testing and speaks regularly with a doctor. And so the supplements that he's taking are designed to target specific deficiencies or to improve specific areas that he is working on. This is something that I really appreciate about biohackers like Bryan and Dave Pascoe. The foundation of their protocol is not trying to hack anything.
Again, it's not a hack.
They really do focus on the fundamentals of sleep, diet, and exercise. In my opinion, true biohacking involves significant interventions like follistatin gene therapy or exogenous stem cell therapies. For most people that are aiming for health and longevity, I think biohacking might be the wrong term or approach. So if you're interested in becoming a healthier person or getting into longevity, here are 4 foundational steps to get right before you try any real biohacks. Step 1 is measure. The basics here would be getting consistent blood work done, tracking your sleep, caloric intake, body weight, body fat percentage, so that you can quantify your health and so that you actually know if you're improving or not. Step 2, prioritize sleep. Over the past couple of years, I've realized how critical good sleep is. It's crucial for cognitive function, recovery, immunity, and so much more. If you want a full video on sleep, let me know in the comments below. Step 3, eat clean. I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but I think pretty much everybody in the longevity or health space agrees on this. You should try to eliminate or eat way less junk food and ultra-processed foods. In one of the last emails that Steve Jobs ever sent, he said, "Eat your food as your medicine, otherwise you will have to eat medicine as your food." The 4th step is exercise. It seems like the leading wisdom now is to do a blend of cardio, strength, and stability training. These 4 elements are the core of any health or longevity protocol. There's no hack with these, just consistent, focused effort towards maximizing your biology.
Again, it's not a hack.
You're not biohacking, you're biomaxing. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, make sure to check this one out here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.